Alright students, we're going to keep on going, solving algebraic expressions for an unknown value. We are solving for the unknown. This time, we're going to practice using the distributive property. Let me give you a quick reminder about the distributive property. When you see a number or a variable next to parentheses, it automatically means multiplying. So this 3 next to these parentheses, that automatically means you multiply. So when we want to write that out, we have to distribute the 3 within the parentheses. 3 times x equals 3x, and 3 times 1 equals 3. That's the distributive property. Okay, now let's use that when we're solving equations for an unknown. The first equation we'll practice with is 3 times z minus 1 plus 8 equals 14. And I have to be really careful and make sure I don't write this z as a 2. Okay, first, use the distributive property. 3 times z and 3 times negative 1. We get 3z minus 3, and the rest of the equation stays the same. Okay, good. And in our previous video, you already studied combining like terms, so you know what to do now. We're going to combine all these terms that do not have a variable. And we want those terms on the other side of the equal sign. So negative 3 plus 8 is 5. 3z plus 5 equals 14. And to get this 5 to move over to the other side of the equal sign, I'll subtract 5 from both sides. And I'm left with 3z equals 9. And in my previous video, you remember what I said, don't you? To solve for an unknown that is being multiplied by a number, you must divide by that number. In this situation, the unknown z is being multiplied by 3. So we will divide by 3. I'll just write that as a fraction, divided by 3 on the left side, so do the same thing on the right side. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So finally I get z equals 3. And we did it. We have solved for the unknown. Let's do another problem together. How about 6 times t minus 2 minus 76 equals negative 142. What do we do first? We do the distributive property first. 6 times t is 6t. 6 times negative 2 is minus 12. And the negative 76 stays. And bring down negative 142. Now combine like terms, which are the negative 12, negative 76, and negative 142. I'm going to do this all in one step this time. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to add 12 to both sides of the equation, and I'm going to add 76 to both sides of the equation. And what I'm left with is 6t equals, and I've already got my calculator ready, I'm not going to make any mistakes, negative 142 plus 12 plus 76, and we get negative 54. Okay, good. Now divide by 6 and divide the other side by 6, and you'll get t equals 9. Oops, I almost forgot the negative sign. That's negative 54 divided by 6. Phew. Okay, great job, guys. Let's do another one. Now, let's try solving for an unknown when the equation has decimal points. Ugh. And our expression that we're going to solve, 3 times 0.6 plus 2n minus 3.2 equals 7.6. What should I do first? Distributive property. Okay, so 3 distributes throughout the parentheses, and I get 1.8 plus 6n. Because 3 times 0.6, I'll show you that in case you don't believe me, that equals 1.8, and 3 times 2n equals 6. And then I'll write down the rest of the equation. Minus 3.2 equals 7.6. Okay, now combine like terms. I have the 1.8, negative 3.2, and 7.6. I'll combine these all in one step. Minus 1.8 on the left side of the equation, so minus 1.8 on the right side of the equation. Add 3.2 on the left side of the equation, so I must do the same thing, add 3.2 on the right side of the equation. And I'm left with 6n equals, and I'll cheat and use my calculator, 7.6 minus 1.8 plus 3.2, I get 9. Okay, and then divide by the number, which is multiplied by our unknown. So divide by 6 and divide the other side by 6. And I get n equals 9 divided by 6 is 3 over 2, which equals 1.5. So there we go. I solved for n. You can write it as a fraction, 3 over 2. You can write it as a decimal, 1.5. You can even write this as a mixed number. All 3 answers are the same. Good job, guys. How about one more? Let's do a hard one. I'm going to write the expression, and then I want you to pause the video and try to solve this. It's 0 equals 9 times k minus 2 over 3 plus 33. First thing we need to do is the distributive property. 9 times k and 9 times negative 2 over 3. I get 9k minus, and then 9 times 2 is 18 over 3. I'm just going to do it that way. 9 times 2 is 18, and I'll keep the division sign, divided by 3. It's a fraction that needs to be reduced, but I'll worry about that later. Okay, and the plus 33 stays. Now I'll worry about that fraction. So 3 goes into 18 6 times. You know that this reduces to the number 6. So I'll rewrite it. 9k minus 6 plus 33. All of that equals 0. I want to get the k all alone. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. And I'm going to subtract 33 from both sides. Then I'm left with negative 33 plus 6 is positive 27 equals 9k. And that's easy. Just divide by 9. And I get 3 equals k, or k equals 3. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, good job, guys. You've had a lot of practice solving for the unknown in an equation. Get to work on your homework. Bye-bye.